on, guys? And in this video what we're doing is going over Paladins again. I think this is the third time I've made a video like this because Paladins just keeps changing. You can see here top left corner, it's still in beta, so it's probably going to change a couple more times by the time it gets full released, so be on the lookout for more videos probably. But basically Paladins used to have this point system, and then they completely gutted it and went with a more grind collecting system. And then they gutted that and went back to the point system. But they changed things. They didn't just go back and revert to the original way. They tweaked some stuff a little bit. So we're going to go into it just explaining what Paladins is. Paladins is essentially Overwatch. If you want to compare stuff, it's the same type of game as Overwatch. I don't know what genre of games they would be. I know they're technically first-person shooters, but... or at least Paladins is. But you can't switch third-person, so I don't know. I don't know. If you guys do know what genre it is, let me know in the comments. But essentially Overwatch, but more of a colorful and not whimsical is not the word I want to use. Creative, friendly. I don't know. We'll get into the champions and you can see what I'm talking about. In fact, let's start with that first. Let's start with the champions. There are not that many because the game is relatively new. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 33. So there's 35 champions right now. Not a whole lot. So that's the one benefit about Paladins is a lot of games, especially like Smite, if you just start going into it, there's, what, 96 gods now? And if you go over to like League of Legends, I don't even know how many they have. So starting on a game like Paladins where they only have, or where they have a smaller selection, it's easier to get a hang of the game. You can see here, like, Buck. Buck is one of their champions. I mean, this is a skin that we're using here, but you can see what I mean when I said whimsical. Friendly, a more, I don't know, not as serious, kind of, as Overwatch is. Overwatch, I don't know. Not that Overwatch is serious, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. Like Drogo's right here. I think I have a skin on here, too. Yeah, so you can't see, but I'll get rid of the skin so you can just see basic. I mean, it's real, like, cartoon. I guess maybe cartoony is the word I'm looking for. But you get the idea. So these are the champions here. They have 4 different roles in Paladins. You have the flanks, which act as assassins, kind of. They are indicated by these 3 daggers right here. They flank. They go around the back, try to get a kill, get out, that type of mentality. You also have, not supports, oh god, what are they? Front lines. Front lines, which is essentially the Guardian support for Smite. They get in the front line and take all the damage. Pretty self-explanatory. Especially champions like Fernando, which this isn't what Fernando looks like. This is an Ares skin, which is pretty cool. But Fernando deploys this big shield in front of him that he literally just kind of crouches and shields everybody. So that is the front line. The next one is damage. Self-explanatory. They just deal a buttload of damage. That's their only goal, is to just hurt as much as they can. And finally you have supports, and supports are just the healers. They have their own class in Paladins, which is pretty cool. One support you'll probably recognize is Grover. Grover is the big tree that Sylvanas rides on in Smite, so it's pretty cool that they have that in the game. So Grover is a support in here. That is all of them. You can go ahead and look at them real quick. Like I said, 35 champions. Now we'll get into the game modes, I guess. We'll get into the meat and potatoes real quick. There are a couple different game modes. First one is Siege, and you also have Competitive over here. Ooh, we don't want to queue for that. Competitive is a little different. You can earn rank rewards and stuff like this. You have the overview here. In competitive mode will now allow players to progress as an account through each tier from Bronze to Grandmaster. You get TP, the same as ranked in Smite. If you are performing exceptionally in your current division, you may skip forward a few divisions when you are promoted. So you can actually jump from like Bronze to Grandmasters if you're doing that good or something like that. So pretty cool. You have the rank tiers here: Bronze, Silver, Gold, Platinum, Diamond, Master, and GM. The rewards here, some pretty cool skins, Terramorph, some Gold Chest, Diamond Chest, all that good stuff. The actual game modes, though. First one is Siege. Siege is, think of it as Sabotage from like Call of Duty Black Ops 1. There's a center point in the map, 2 teams of 5. You each run to the center, and you try to get control of it. Once one team has 100% completion control, they get control of the siege, and that's part 1, so you get a point for that. Part 2 is to push the siege to the enemy base at their spawn point. If you do that successfully, you get another point. So you can get up to 2 points per match, and you need 4 points to win. So there's a minimum of 2 rounds. The quickest way to end it would be you win out both rounds. You get the siege and you push it, and then you get the siege and you push it. However, if you stop a push, you get a point. So you could end up with 1-1 throughout the match. Let's say you go ahead and capture the siege, you go to push, but the push is unsuccessful. You'll get a point, they'll get a point. Goes like that. It's pretty cool. And you need 4 points total to win. Next game mode is Deathmatch. Deathmatch is what it sounds like. It's just TDM in Call of Duty or any other game. Team of 5, first to 40 kills wins. Self-explanatory. Now, we also have other game modes. If you go over to training, you can, actually, we'll do custom first. You can create your own custom games, which is pretty cool. But if you go to training, there are other game modes. You have siege training, you have deathmatch training, the shooting range, which is kind of like the jungle camp in Smite. They kind of have like different bots set up that you can practice on and stuff, which is cool. The tutorial where you can learn, and then onslaught training. Now, onslaught is my favorite game mode, and I'm sad that it's only in training. It used to be in regular casual, but I guess it wasn't popular enough and they took it out. Onslaught is basically hardpoint from Call of Duty, but the hardpoint stays in the center point at all times. The maps are usually smaller in Onslaught, and the cooldown or the respawn timers are short because it's a constant battle. There's a central point. Both teams fight for that central point. Each like second you're in there, you get a point to your score. And that's really it. You just try to hold the center objective as long as you can. Whoever reaches the max point threshold first wins, or whoever has the most points by the end of the time wins. So I think we went over all of the game modes. Yes, we did. On to the store, I guess. We'll do that. The store has some pretty cool featured things here. Same as Smite, just what's going on right now. They have the champions, which you can purchase individually. Paladins is a free-to-play game, and you purchase them individually throughout, or you can buy it outright with the champions pack or the founders pack, whatever it is. You can also buy some pretty cool items here. There are some that you can just buy flat out, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these ones, which are, they don't do anything aesthetically other than change the look of them. They're like a legendary black and gold color, and it's a 3-day rental, and it just gives you boost stats. So you can see here that if you win, you get 100% additional champion XP, 50% additional gold, and 100% player XP, and then all of your teammates also get 20% to all. So not only does it help yourself, but it helps every teammate that is on your team. You see there, that's what it looks like, just gold and black gun. It's pretty cool. Now, the skin system for Paladins is very unique, but I'm not going to get into that too much because it's going to change real quick. In fact, let's go over that real quick. But this isn't too important because, like I said, this is going to change. The way Paladins is right now is you can dissect your champion and mix and match. So if I want this Twitch Prime body, but I want regular Bomb King head, I can do that. Or let's go over to Drogos, and if I want this Dread Hunter body with, I don't know. Or no, let's say I want, I don't know, you get the idea. You can just mix and match. There's different voice packs. You can choose regular voice pack, his voice pack for the skin. There's MVP poses, sprays. But with doing this, you're limited to how cool skins can be. In fact, I already made a video on this. I'll probably link it in the description. You can go check that out. Basically covering what they're going to do. They're going to scrap this idea of being able to mix and match, and they're going to release solo, like, set skins, just like Smite is. If you get a skin, you get the whole skin. There's no headpiece, body piece, weapon. It's just one skin, and this is going to allow them to create cooler skins because they have to compensate for, you know, hit areas and how much they can actually edit something to make sure that it fits every other model in game to their skins. You know what I mean? It's a little complicated, but like I said, I did a video on it covering it, so don't get used to this. This is going to be changing soon. I think we left off on the store. Yeah, going over the items here. So all this is probably going to look different when they don't have pieces and stuff, but you get the idea. We also have some pretty cool voice packs, and we'll go to the VIP store right now since this kind of goes hand in hand. But VIP store is essentially the fantasy point store in Smite. It works as the same way. You play, and the more you play, the more VIP points you earn. The more VIP points you earn, the better stuff you can buy. You can buy mounts, you can buy announcer packs, you can buy emotes. You can also buy your booster weapons with the VIP points as well. You can buy certain skins, which is pretty cool. Like this Rave Mave skin, which is really, really cool. What else? And they also have featured items, you can see here. You also get rewards from the VIP. So once you get all finished through Tier 1, you go ahead and get this. Once you get to Tier 2, you get this, Tier 3, Tier 4, and it goes on to Tier 5. Kind of similar to Smite, but Smite has like 40 different rewards throughout their fantasy bundle, or their, their fantasy year, but so it's a little different in that sense. What else do we have to go over? Already did the store. We did chests. Chests are kind of different. They've changed these as well. You have the wrecked chest, which is kind of just its own thing. It has wrecked weapons, and a wrecked weapon is essentially a nerf weapon. A lot of them even fire little nerf bullets that even stick to the wall, which is pretty cool. And it also comes with a spray. You have the lunar chest here, which is a limited time thing. It's kind of like a Chinese themed, I don't know, chest. You can get different things like a weapon or a full skin set, or just a headpiece. So it's pretty cool. Those are going to be part of like the limited chest. And what I mean by that is like these won't be here forever. They just have them during certain times, certain events and stuff like that. These two, however, will always be there. These are their two basic chests. You have the diamond chest, contains epic and legendary collections and mounts, and you can see the featured ones down here. Cool thing about their chest, though, is you can hit details, and it'll give you a list of every content that you can get in here, categorizing it from epic all the way down to the rare ones, and even the legendary one up here. And if you want to see what it completely looks like, you can just click on it, and they'll show you right here. So that is really, really cool. I do like that feature. That costs you 300 crystals, and we'll get into currency right after this. The gold chest, little more, or actually a lot more items in it. And it contains rare and epic cosmetics and flares. So you can't get the legendary like you can in this one, but there's only one legendary in this chest as of now. But you can get rare and epics in here, and you can see all of the stuff. This gold chest does come with a lot of emotes and stuff like that, though. So if you're going for the gold chest, don't expect to get a skin right away. I mean, you could. In fact, you could get, your favorite skin right away. But odds are you're probably going to get some emotes or, some MVP poses or even some sprays. So that's why the gold chest is a little cheaper. It only costs 75 crystals as opposed to 300. But you can also buy it with VIP points. On to the currency. What you can't see up here where my camera is at, it shows my name, the level, and the currency. So there's three types of currency. You have crystals, which are these things right here. You have VIP points, which are these, and we covered both of those, and then there's gold. Crystals are essentially gems from Smite. You can earn them very, very slowly as you play through daily quests or just logging in, or you can buy crystals straight up, as you can see here. Actually, you can't see that big buy crystal button, but there it is. You can buy crystals straight up. And then gold is like favor in Smite. You just earn that naturally as well, but you earn it a lot quicker and you have a lot more gold. So I have 186 crystals, but I have 152,000 gold. You take that for what it is, and I had over 700,000 at one point, but that went down a lot, and I'll explain why. The thing that you use gold for, now this is why I'm making this video, because they've changed their currency a lot. There used to be a fourth currency called Essence, and that would be used to craft your cards and stuff, and that was, no bueno. But now with gold, the only thing that gold can be purchased for, before you could buy Radiant chests, but they removed that from the game completely. And so the only thing that gold is used for now is to upgrade your champion, which is pretty cool. So let's say I really want to get to, I don't know, level 6 with Androgynous for whatever reason. I can go ahead, hit this level up, and purchase his level 6 for 6,000 gold. Let's say I want to get to level 14 because I want to use his obsidian skin. I can go ahead and purchase that for 90,000 gold. Now, where the levels come into play are the mastery rewards. So once I get to level 2, I will get his second talent. Once I get to level 8, I'll get his third talent. Level 12, fourth talent. That's the same for every champion. You start off with your first basic talent. At level 2, 8, and 12 is when you unlock your second, third, and fourth. Now, once I get to 5, I can get an Androgynous Mastery Pose, and of course, I already am level 5, So now that I am level 5, if I were to choose to purchase this for either 40 crystals or 10,000 gold, which is where the gold comes into play again, I will get this MVP pose. So if I win and get MVP, he's going to pose like that at the end. All the way down here, once you hit 14, you get this cool obsidian skin. 20 is the cosmic skin, which is kind of the same thing but a different color. 18 is the mastery sprays, and 30 is the title Godslayer. So that is pretty cool. You also get your mastery emote at rank 9. Or we already went through that, didn't we? No, that was the MVP pose. MVP pose is at the end of game, and the emote is during game. You can set that off. So that is the leveling system and what gold is actually used for. You see the leaderboard here. Now, loadouts. This is the good stuff. First off, what I was talking about with talents. Talents you choose at the very, very beginning of the game. As soon as you jump in, you pick one of these 4. You can play with all 4 in training, but if you're in a real game, you'll only be able to choose from the ones that you've unlocked. So if I was in a real game, I would only be able to do, let's see, I could do Godslayer, but I couldn't use Defiant Fist, and I couldn't use Heads Will Roll, because I don't have that unlocked yet. So I could use Godslayer and Darkstalker. Basically, it just gives you bonus. You can see here, deal 20% more damage to enemies below 40% health. Successful hits with Revolver increase the damage of your next Defiance. It's kind of like a passive, an in-game passive that you get to change every single time. But a cool thing is to try to combo and incorporate one of your talents with your loadout, which loadouts look like this. You pick a card. I guess we'll create a new loadout. So you pick a card, pick a slot, and you pick one of the cards. You can see here, each of these things indicate an ability. So one of his ability is called Reversal, where he just throws his hands up and reverses shots that are fired at him. Another ability called Defiance, which is basically just a punch. He just punches someone. Nether Step is kind of like a dash glide. And his armor weapon is going to be just your basic attacks and stuff like that. So let's say, actually, I'll go into my loadout and kind of show you what I'm talking about. So I like to run this at level 5. It heals you for 50% of the damage absorbed by Reversal. So Reversal was the ability where you throw your hands up and fire or just kind of reverse the shots back at enemies. But while you're absorbing that, it's going to heal you. So that's why I like this card. So when let's say I pick that slot and I pick this card, it's going to start out at level 1. You can see here I have 11 out of 15 points selected. Heals for 10%. If I bump it up to level 2, it's going to go to 20%, 30, 40, 50. So you have 15 points to work with, so you have to have 5 automatically, because this is 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 points, 5 points. At that point, you can choose where you want to actually put everything into. So let's say I want 2 points here, only 1 point there, 4 points there, 5 points there, 2 there. You can do it however you want, mix and match, and each time you upgrade, it's going to give you a little better attribute. So 200 health, 160, 120, 80, 40 at level 1. You see how that works? So you can really just incorporate your talents with your loadouts. So for example, my Cirrus loadout. I like to run Cirrus using a lot of her... I don't know how to explain this. I won't explain it, because if you're watching this video anyway, you probably don't know a whole lot about Paladins. So if I get into a Cirrus build, you're going to be like, what the hell are you talking about? So we'll skip over that. We already went over VIP. We went over to the loot chests. Yes, we did that. Quests. Quests change daily, obviously. So right now, I have to finish this one, cure a total of 400 VIP points. You just get those from playing the game. Played 2 games as a frontline champion, deal a total of 150,000 damage. So the quests are really easy for daily quests, and you can see here they give you some pretty good rewards. And whenever you get 40 daily quests done, so that'll take you, a minimum of at least, 11, 12, 13 days? I don't know, something like that. You do the math. You get a diamond chest, and if you remember, the diamond chest was the best one in game. It's the one that gives you the chance at legendary and epic collections and stuff. And it doesn't have any, emotes or anything like that. It's full skins and mounts. So pretty cool that you can earn that just by playing every day. Well, not every day, but, playing the daily quests and stuff. I think that's everything. You also have the activity center here, which, not too crazy there. Your profile, which you can see how many champions you have, skins, mounts, ratings for all your champions, titles you've unlocked, announcer packs you've unlocked, and what you want equipped. Your awards, you can get rewards here, which is pretty cool. So you can see here, I'm at 210 double kills. If I get to 400, I'm going to get a 1,000 gold reward. I already completed build your own custom loadout, and it'll tell you the date that you completed it, which is pretty cool. Your overall progress here, and then your match history. I think that's it. We've covered pretty much everything. You have, you know, your friends list and stuff down here. I don't even know any of these people. They've just sent me random requests, and I've accepted all of them. But yeah, that is it for this video, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to drop a like, hit subscribe for more Paladins videos like this. Leave a comment on what you think of Paladins, or if you are already a Paladins player, how excited are you that OB64 is dead? Are you excited for the changes that come, the new skin system? You know, let me know what you guys think. And until next time, peace.